this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. Thank you so much to the new subscribers and the returning subscribers. I value you, I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me, guys. Thank you so much. And today we are going to go through different parishes in Jamaica, because today I am going to tell you the wonderful and great beautiful places I would want to visit in Jamaica. First of all, let me say Jamaica is generally beautiful. There are so many beautiful places that one can visit, but there are some that are mind-blowing. And today I want us to go through the mind-blowing places I would want to go in Jamaica. Like I have said earlier, Jamaica is a very beautiful island. From the Blue Mountain to the different rivers, to the different falls, to the lagoons, to the caves. But I have some places that I have seen, they are breathtaking. And I cannot wait to just step in Jamaica and go to these places. First of all, some of the places I have chosen, they are just historical sites, and the history that I have learned of those places have made me to desire to go and visit those places. One of the great places that I have had history about is the Rose Hall Great House. This is one of the historical sites in Jamaica. It existed back in 17th century. That is when this house was constructed. And I have heard a lot of stories about the Rose Hall Great House that I want to share with you, and my desire to visit this house. First of all, there is a story that the house is haunted by a lady that killed 3 of her husbands. The lady's name was Rose Palmer, and therefore she said that she killed 3 of her husbands. Let me go through the story, and you can actually tell why I would want to visit the Rose Hall Great House. Rose Hall Great House, it is a historical site, actually a historical house museum located in Montego Bay. It has a very beautiful view of the coast, and therefore I would want to visit this house so that I can have the great view of the coastal region of Jamaica. The history behind this house is that there was a white witch. So the lady is referred to as a white witch called Annie Palmer. So she was not actually called Rose, she was Anne Palmer. And Anne Palmer is said to have murdered 3 husbands, and it is said that the property is haunted by Anne's ghost. And if we can go deeper to her history, she is said to have come from Haiti, where her parents died of yellow fever, and therefore Anne was brought up by a lady who practiced witchcraft or voodoo. And therefore Anne learned how to practice witchcraft or the voodoo when she was very young. She later moved from Haiti and came to Jamaica and met one of her lovers, or one of her husbands, who was called John Palmer, the owner of Rose Hall. So this guy was actually a very rich guy. He owned very large sugar plantations, and therefore together with Anne, they started learning the business of cultivation, doing agriculture, and the guy was so rich that he owned the Rose Hall. It is said that Anne later killed the man and actually occupied the house, and she later married other two men and she killed them. And of course she was killing them and she was being left by the property. So by the end of the death of the three husbands, Anne was a very, very rich woman. She later died, and she said it was very, very hard to kill her because she had magic. But she finally died, and therefore this house became a museum, a historical site. And therefore I would love to visit the house to actually experience where this lady was living in, and of course know whether it is true, whether the house is haunted by the aunt's ghosts. It is said that her ghosts are usually seen around the house. I don't know whether that is true. The Jamaicans in the house can tell us. And therefore I would love to visit this Rose Hall Great House. Currently, it is said that it is owned by the Lawrence family. And of course, maybe the old people that bought the house during those years have passed on, but this family has passed the property from one generation to the other, and therefore the house is currently owned by Lawrence family. Let us go to the second site I would want to visit if I can go to Jamaica. The second site is Dance Waterfalls. What a beautiful sight! I first learned about the Dance Waterfalls when Sean Arwa went to Jamaica, and they went to Ocho Rio, where the Dance Waterfall is. And therefore, as they were going, as they were staying in the Ocho Rio, in the house they had actually occupied an Airbnb with Kino, Dimwango and Sean Arwa. Sean Arwa stepped out and went to the Dance River Falls, and it was a beautiful sight to behold. When she entered the area, there were boxes where you could actually lock your property and then go downstream to where the Dance Falls are. They are epic falls with levels high of stones. Actually, you can actually climb up the falls step by step, and we could see that there are stones where you can script your name and the year you visited the Dance Falls. The water falling on you and the beauty of the fall is actually an attraction site to behold. There are so many people that go to the Dance Falls every year, and that is one of the greatest attraction sites I would want to visit if I ever went to Jamaica. It has very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sights with the steps up and up and up, where you can actually hold hands as a group and climb up the falls holding hands and enjoy the beautiful sight of the Dan waterfalls. It is also a relaxing site where you can actually go and relax, enjoying the beautiful beaches there. And I also saw that you can actually be under the fall and the water pours on you. It's actually a very, very beautiful sight to behold. Actually, maybe we can have a video of one gentleman, a white gentleman, that visited the site, and the father had also visited the site, and he experienced a beautiful sight to behold. So let us have a look at the video, then I'll come back.
Good morning from St. Anne's Parish, Jamaica. I am at Dunn's River Falls for the very first time, the world's famous Dunn's River Falls. And I've been putting off visiting here for a very long time. Now, my dad actually took his very first international travel here when he was 16, and I believe it was in 1967. And since I was a kid, he was telling me how incredible Dunn's River Falls. Now, that was some time ago. Here we are now, present day, and the reason I've been avoiding it is that the pictures I've seen makes it look like an absolute nightmare. A beautiful place, but packed with tourists, lineups of people, hundreds of people, all trying to take their turns climbing up some rope thing. So I'm completely allergic to lines, places that are over touristy is kind of my nightmare, and I try and avoid it. But I still feel like I need to come and experience it for myself before I judge it. Now, I've come here at a very strategic time because it is a Monday morning and it's basically just about opening time, 8:30 in the morning. So I don't see many people in the parking lot. I'm definitely was trying to avoid any type of cruise ship timing. The same time that the cruise ships show up is the same time I do not want to be there. So fingers crossed we get a realistic experience. But yeah, super excited to be at Dunn's River Falls. Look at this, we got all kinds of hand wash stations, COVID leftover choices, non-residents. I guess I'm going to be paying a higher price, but so it goes. There we go. All right, so 25 USD or 3,600 Jamaican, so better to pay in Jamaican. All right, here we go. Hey, kitty. This one here? This one here? All right. Doesn't look busy, huh? Very chill. Okay, great. Okay. This is a scene. It's very built up, but it's definitely very clean and efficient. You can pay with credit card if you want. You can pay cash. Got some tourist stuff. Got a market. Oh, we got more parking over here. Is this the VIP parking area? I just want to go to the falls. That's my interest here. So we got a tranquility garden. It looks very tranquil. I hear tranquil water flowing. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely a beautiful park. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be so built up, but they did a good job of it. So I can see why this is a very popular tourist place. I mean, that is so pretty. Wow. I mean, just look at that water flowing, trees underneath. A huge garden here. I guess you could just go picnicking. There's a whole bunch of different picnic tables, different options. You know what? I am so impressed so far. And I know I haven't even seen the actual falls yet, so it can definitely accommodate a lot of people. But let's get to the real order of business, which is the falls. So I guess I'm at the top of the falls here. Oh no, I see lineups. Doesn't look that bad though. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Guide station? I don't need a tour. You know how I roll. Do it on my own. So we got a beach viewing decks. Oh, they got lockers here too. Okay. Look at that, locker rentals if you want. Oh, what? They got a whole treetop set up? Alright. Yeah, this is way bigger than I thought. It's like a whole theme park thing. Look at this. Oh, yo, there we are. The famous. Alright, this looks pretty wild. So, yeah, you can kind of park on the top, and then you make your way down towards the bottom of the falls, and then you can make your way up. They definitely keep it clean here, which is nice to see. I've been to some touristy places like this in Indonesia, certain hot springs, and man, it's just trash everywhere. So they're definitely keeping this pristine looking. Banyan tree gap. Whoa. That is a trip. to the remains of a huge banyan. I love these. I have them in Florida a lot too. Alright, so some rules to know. You shouldn't climb the falls if you're pregnant. No problem. Heart condition or high blood pressure? Nope. Back, knee, or neck problems? Nope. Significant physical ailments? Nope. And those are the influence of alcohol or drugs. I think I'm good to go. Whoa, this is pretty epic. So we're on the banyan deck now. What? That is insane.
The Dan waterfalls is actually epic. You can see that this gentleman, the father first visited the Dan waterfalls, and then he desired to come and see the Dan waterfalls. They are beautiful. I cannot imagine going to Jamaica and not visiting the Dan waterfalls. The other site I would want to go is the Bob Marley Museum. We all know that Bob Marley is a great musician that is admired and known all over the world. I would want to go to the Bob Marley Museum because I understand the Bob Marley Museum is actually constructed in the former reggae musician's house where he was staying. And there are several things I would want to go and see in the Bob Marley Museum. One of the things is that I would want to see where Bob Marley lived and spent most of his lifetime there in that house. The other things that I would want to see are gold and platinum records that are said to be there in that museum. So it is said that there is gold and platinum records which are there. Actually, they are put on the walls of the house to his clothing. I would also want to see his clothing. So the platinum and the gold records are actually put on the walls of the house, and they are also clothing, iconic clothing that Bob Marley used to wear as he was going to perform in different places. Actually, it is said there is the demean shirt which he ever used to wear when he's going for performance. So I would want to see these things and actually see it was actually a real thing about Bob Marley. I'm not saying I'm doubting, but it is so epic to see such personal items of a man who is remembered all over the world. I would also want to see in that same museum the bedroom to Bob Marley, because it said it is exactly the way it was when he was sleeping there. So I would want to visit the bedroom, and it is said in that bedroom there is the original guitar hanging over the bed which Bob Marley used as he was playing the music. So I would want to see the guitar, I would want to see the bedroom where Bob Marley used to sleep, and therefore that is one of the sites I would visit if I ever went to Jamaica. And I think the Bob Marley Museum is actually in Kingston. It is in the capital city of Jamaica, and of course, as I go to the Bob Marley Museum, I would want to see the capital city of Jamaica, the Emancipation Park, and all that which we read about, where the statues of Paul Bogra, Marcus Garvey, where they are situated. I would want to visit such sites and see the great men who fought for the independence of Jamaica, for the freedom of the people of Jamaica. So those are some of the places I would want to visit if I ever went to Jamaica. The other place that I would want, by the way, the Bob Marley Museum, I would also want to visit it because I understand there are photographies of Bob Marley, and there is also a movie. When you visit the Bob Marley Museum, you are shown a movie of Bob Marley when he was alive. I would also also visit in the Bob Marley Museum, there is the Love Cave. I would want to go to the Love Cave. I enjoy the Jamaican bites, e.g. the jerk chicken and the sandwich and the fresh fruit smoothies got from the exotic Jamaican fruits. So those are some of the places I would want to enjoy in the Bob Marley Museum. The other place that I would want to go is the Doctor's Cave. The Doctor's Cave is one of the caves that has got historical stories. The most beautiful beach in Jamaica, and therefore I would want to go to the Doctor's Cave. Remember, the Doctor's Cave is called the Doctor's Cave because it has a history of healing waters. And therefore I would want to go to this Doctor's Cave and experience the healing waters of the Doctor's Cave. I understand people flock in this cave, and therefore it is a great tourist attraction site in Jamaica, and I cannot wait to visit Doctor's Cave. It is also a vibrant stretch, and it has resorts, it has lodges, it has boutiques, it has stores, it has shops, and therefore I would want to go and do some shopping in the Doctor's Cave and also see the great places, the resorts, the lodges in the Doctor's Cave. So that is another site I would want to visit in Jamaica. The other site is the Blue Lagoon. I cannot wait to visit the Blue Lagoon. By the way, the Blue Lagoon has got some history or some stories that I hear that it has no bottom, it is bottomless. But recently I shot a video about the fact that the Blue Lagoon actually has bottom. And I understand the Blue Lagoon has got minerals such as sulfur, silica, and magnesium that are great for the skin. And therefore, I would want to go to the Portland to visit the Blue Lagoon so that I can experience the great waters, the great blue waters of the Blue Lagoon and experience the treatment of my skin in the Blue Lagoon. By the way, it is said to be 65 meters deep, and it has some salt waters, and around the Blue Lagoon there are actually very beautiful sites, very green vegetation, and I would want to go and enjoy the great sights in the Blue Lagoon. Maybe I can leave you with a video on the Blue Lagoon and the beauty of the lagoon, and then I wind up, I tell you that we are going to meet again during the next video. Bye bye as you enjoy the beauty of the Blue Lagoon.